Hey, sixth graders, so now we're working with volume. And so I just want to remind you the formula for volume. So volume equals length times width times height. So let's look at this first problem to determine the volume of a cube with side lengths 2 1/4 centimeters. Now the cool thing about cubes is you know that every side length is the same because that's what makes it a cube. So if we wanted to draw ourselves a picture, we know that the length is 2 1/4, the height is 2 1/4, and the width is 2 1/4. So that means that to find the volume, we have to do 2 1/4 times 2 1/4 times 2 1/4. See, Mackenzie, I remember the dot. Now you can do this a couple different ways. You could turn these all into improper fractions and just multiply them. Or you can turn it into a decimal and use a calculator. So what's 1/4 as a decimal? Well, decimals only come in tenths, and there's nothing you can do to 4 to turn it into 10, but decimals come in hundredths. So we know that really this is 2 25 hundredths times 2 25 hundredths times 2 25 hundredths. Go ahead and plug that into a calculator and write down your answer. Now this one they've gotten a little tricky. Determine the volume of a rectangular prism with a base area of 7½ or 7/12 feet squared. So let's draw out our rectangular prism and I'll talk about what that means. So that means that the base area, so the area for this whole thing is 7/12. So that means to find the area, they've already taken the length and the width, or the length and the height, and multiplied them together. So that means that our first step is already taken care of. So then we just have to multiply by the height. So 7/12 times 1/3. Gosh, we multiply across and we get 7/36. Awesome. So now I want you to try with the exercises. Raise your hand if you have any questions.